Hi, welcome back to Cybermark Studio, and today we're unboxing the awesome Egyptian expansion to the incredible game system, Mythic Battles.
This is Cybermark Studio.
Because all the good cyber names were taken. So let's go ahead and tear into the box that I just got, and let's see what's inside. Okay. First thing I see is these colored rings, which are great for identifying your faction when you play the game. I love my dice trays. These soft foldable dice trays are great for taking to game conventions. I love them. So we've got Pantheon, Ragnarok, and Isfet. Got all the dice trays. And of course, right up front, we've got the Mythic Battles Eternal Cycle. It looks like we've got 4 Titans in there. We're going to take a closer look at those later. I'm looking forward to going through this too. This is the art book. Now, sort of just tossed in here a bunch of sleeves. I've got extra stat clips, extra dice, and I'm just going to reach in here. All right, so Keepers of the Soul. This new expansion to the Greek Pantheon adds the gods Thanatos and Hypnos and the monster Charon. And we'll be discussing the Ferryman a lot in our unit review. This is the sleeves bundle. So a whole bunch of sleeves in there, as well as some extras I got. All right, so Mythic Battles Duat. This expansion is exciting. It adds 2 gods, 3 heroes, 3 tough monsters, 2 new troops, plus a double-sided game board. It looks really awesome. Woo! All right, here's the Kraken. Everyone's looking forward to painting the Kraken. Obviously, this is a big model. It looks really big and heavy. And looks like there's another character in there as well. Looking forward to cracking into that. Here's another expansion. It looks like we've got 2 interesting models here. And again, I'm not super familiar with what each and one does, but we're going to take a closer look. And we'll even get a look at the stats and powers later. Okay. Before I show the core box, there's some more stat clips. Let's take a look at the storage box. It's loaded with stuff. So it says storage box, but by the weight of it, I'm presuming it has also a lot of game components, probably map boards, all the cards that we need for Isfet. Heavy. All right. And this is the core set for Isfet. It's big and heavy, and it's deep, probably because there's plastic trays to hold all the miniatures in there. So that's it for the box. So we've got the product in our lab, and we're going to proceed with first the book. And as usual, Monolith gives us a very nice book. Some fantastic color plates. Some artistic reference for us painters. And a little bit of history so we know some backstory. And the first box that came out of the big box is the Eternal Cycle. Now, it's at this point in any video you watch, you're going to be asked to like and subscribe. I'm doing the same. If you like the content, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell icon so you get all of my latest Mythic Battles content. And now on with the unboxing. Sorry it's a little long, but there is a lot of stuff in this unboxing. And furthermore, we're going to go into details of each unit. We're going to do a unit review, and I'm going to give my commentary on the stats and strategies of all the units in Mythic Battles Isfet. So make sure you hit that notification bell icon so you don't miss out on that. Now, on with the unboxing of Mythic Battles Isfet. Cool scenario book. And the rest, well, the next section is all miniatures. Rip at your dashboards as we go. Woo! All right. Activation cards. And some fantastic miniatures here. They see the long staff weapons are well protected. Geb. Geb is an 8-point Titan. So the next Titan out of the box is Apophis. All right. Awesome beetle. The beetle is... Okay, what is this monstrosity? All right. What do we have? Oh, Ra. True for all of these models. They're just not too busy, so plenty of room for the artists to work their craft. Well done. Well done. Awesome set. Look forward to painting and playing these guys. Unboxing now. The Kraken. Let's release the Kraken. What do we have here? Scenario booklets. Again, excellent. Very important to the deployment areas. Ragnarok. That's right. It's a Ragnarok content, not Isfet. But hey, it came with the all-in. So we're unboxing it. French version, same thing. Ooh, map board. Gotta hand it to Monolith. Nice map boards. Oh boy. Wow. That is quite nice. Quite loving the new map board. And of course the other side. Wow, really vivid, you guys. Bravo. Nice vivid map. Lots of interesting terrain. Okay, dashboards looking good. And there's the Kraken. And there's the tokens. All right. First up is activation cards. Nice. And some units. Nothing in the first tray. Good protection. All right. Well, first up and out is the Kraken. Kind of looks like a mind flare. You know, I'll roll with it. You know, a miniature would have to be pretty bad for me to want to replace it with a 3D print. And no, I'm okay with this. Release the Kraken. Unleash the Kraken. Good composition. Lots of canvas for the artists to work their craft. It's not too busy. And there's still some texture if you just want to dry brush. So, good job, guys. I'm going to say a good job on this one. There's this guy. A-gear. And his pose is a little restrained, I might say. Plenty of blank canvas for the artists to work their craft. He's just standing there, you know, it's okay. I'd still say good composition because not too much clutter, and we have some fun scale armor to paint there. So, yeah, that's fine. Moving on. This must be the daughters of Aegir. All right. Let's take a quick look at the troops. We'll have to edit in what they are later. Good dynamic pose on the archer, guys. Good dynamic pose on that archer. Like that unit. And have a look at Floki here. Floki with the crows. Again, scout. Don't forget, he can pre-deploy. We're looking at a very nice model here. Oh, this one could be so pretty. Freitas. Very nice miniature. 3-point hero. Leif Erikson's a 2-point hero, but I bet you he's got 3-point stats. Looking good. Eric the Red, not a surprise that he is a 4-point hero. Okay, now it's time to open the big boy, the core set. But if you like the boxes, they are awesome. Okay, on top we have Scenario. Looking good, Monolith. Looking forward to playing some Monolith game content, Mythic Battles. Good stuff. Here's rules in English. Very nice. Looking good. Looking forward to playing Mythic Battles Isfet. All right. Moving on. New player aid cards. We'll be going through these, seeing if they have everything here. Looks like they've made some additions and corrections so that we have a nice, crisp, accurate player aid sheet. Loving that. All right. Okay, looks like the bulk of the troops are here. Looking good. Pick out a couple of good ones here. Some of these Egyptian heroes are going to be really fun to paint. Looking good, Monolith. All right, let's move on to the second level. Excellent. Looking good, Monolith. All right. I immediately must take a look at some of them. I love how the packaging preserved the straightness of the weapons and the spears. The packaging protect our weapons and spears. That guy maybe is okay for his curve there, but I could straighten that out. A little hot water. Fast. Looking forward to painting her up. Another nice cobra. That's going to be fun. I like how they don't overdo it with the texturing. Let the artists work their craft as we paint these guys. I would argue their poses are a little sedate. Mostly just standing upright for the most part. Not a lot of dynamic posing going on. But for ease of storage and transport, I think that we can forget that. I like how, for the most part, though, all the weapons are nice and straight. We don't have to fix them as a result of insufficient packaging. Looking good all around, Monolith. Very good. Moving on to the B set. Here we go. Big gods are in here. All right. This is the one I've really been looking forward to, and his weapon is slightly bent, unfortunately. So I'll have to do a little work on set here. So really liking the dynamic pose of Set, and I like how he's carrying one weapon forward and one weapon ready for a backslash. Really dynamic pose. Great looking weapons. I just got to straighten them. That's fine. Doable. Oh, another for centaur for my collection. That is a terrific looking centaur. He can go into any RPG I can think of. Great. Okay, big monster here. So. Not too much bling on there. Lots of smooth surfaces for the artist to work their craft. Good composition. Well done. All right. I'm going to guess a Sphinx. Excellent quality. I'm not looking at any seams or flash. Excellent engineering. Really good. Yeah, a little sedate on the posing, but the composition and the level of detail is excellent. So thumbs up, thumbs up. Yes, your posing's a little sedate, but good quality otherwise. Loving it. Again, no obvious seams. Couple of mold lines, but not where they count. Couple of arrows sticking in, like that. Not too many seeded ones. This could be a little bend here. That might need fixing. These spears look like they should be straight. So another hot water treatment here. Another alligator type crocodile. Loving the base. Loving the base. Looking forward to painting that one. Oh boy, that's a nice miniature right there. No mold lines that are obvious. Seams well hidden and along the line of the clothing there, easy to hide. Well engineered, well produced. Not too much detail. Plenty of smooth surfaces for the artist to do their work. Well done, Monolith. This is dirt. Again, posing a little sedate, but hey, I'll take it. Nothing there I'd want to replace with 3D printing. So, let's go ahead and open the Scythonian Wrath expansion box. Small box. We're going to get Gemeter, and I'm not sure what else. Let's see if anything got damaged in this. Okay, looks like we escaped damage. The packaging did its job. We have some impact there, but it's of no consequence. The miniature is protected. The cards are protected. So we'll a unit review later. But for now, let's just look at the miniatures. Tape. Yes, we got some tape. That is prevent. All right. So here we have a miniature of Demeter, goddess. And this is an expansion really for the Greek Pantheon, I would say. Yeah, this is Mythic Battles Pantheon, Greek mythology. New content, though. And I would argue, again, the pose is a little sedate, a little pedestrian on the posing. I like the wheat detail there, but she's just standing there. Nice miniature, but could have had a little more action going with the pose. And these guys are, no, can't pronounce them. Irenes, the Irenes, whatever. Nice miniature, though. Got some kind of pose going on. Everyone loves to paint wings. And there's a long whip to have fun with there. And the weapon is nice and straight. No damage. No reason to get a hot water treatment on that one. Very good job. We'll take a look at stats later in our unit review. But for now, let's just accept the unboxing of the materials. French. And we've got a little scenario going on here. Very good. I like the looks of it already. Might have to try to play that. Let's see how that goes. So a lot of fun with the Scythonian Wrath. Keepers of the Soul. Another Mythic Battles Pantheon. So this is Greek mythology expansion. And yeah, there's definitely been some talk about this one. So let's go through the Keepers of the Soul. It looks like. Again, the packaging has done well to protect all the guys, and Karen's right on top. Taking a quick glance at him. Yeah. Recruitment cards. I have opinions about recruitment cards. A Fistful of Souls. So we have a River Styx scenario, which is a great board. That rift of the River Styx on the map board is awesome. So, another fun scenario. Looks like I might want to try that one too. Some content. We're going to go through all the stat boards in our unit review coming up later. For now, let's look at miniatures. The Tayfus Improvement. All right. So this guy's the one we've all been talking about. Okay. I see what they were trying to do here. So, according to the mythology, the lore, there was some warping going on, and yeah, a lot of gods and demigods, mythical entities did not survive it. They became Omphalos stones during this fall of Olympus. And, you know, look what happened to Poseidon. He was caught in a very bad form. This is one, you know, I'm okay with it, although because of the comments I've been reading on the internet, it kind of spoiled it for me. I might end up replacing this one with the more traditional vision of Charon. This one could be kind of confusing if I take him to a game convention. Who's that? Oh, he's the ferryman. Okay. Really? Yeah. Yeah, I never envisioned him like that. So I appreciate the bold artistic vision there, but that's a little confusing. Moving on. Again, another rather sedate pose. Seems like in all the later releases, mostly the characters are just standing there, and not a lot going on pose-wise. And Thanatos. Okay. Again, a rather sedate posing. He's really just standing there. Nice miniature, though. Great quality. No problem with mold lines or seams. That's been true of everything so far. I really haven't seen any bad seams or mold lines. So, definitely thumbs up on engineering. All right. Interesting set. The scenario looks good. Let's move on. This is another awesome set for the Egyptian mythology. The piece has been broken. Yeah, let's disturb the dead. Let's disturb the dead. There's a lot going on here. First up, scenario books. Again, consistent and awesome quality. Great job, you guys. Looks like a lot of interesting content there. That's the French one. So looking good already. Oh, here we go. Map board. Get some color going on. Who can say no to another map board? All right, here it goes. Wow. That is pretty spectacular. I like the map. We have some interesting zones. There's some fire, obviously. I see an escarpment. Fantastic. Okay, looking good. Let's try to get the other side without stressing it too much. There we go. Oh, wow. Look what's all this going on here. This is just nice. I don't even know the name of this map, but it's looking good. I want to say Cleopatra's Palace. Into Palace. Great. All right. And we have a bunch of miniatures. Let's check them out. First, quick glimpse at the stat cards. We're going to do all the stat cards in our unit review. But I really like what I'm seeing. Looking forward to playing with new content. Oh, here we go, the miniatures. All right. Looking good on the initial unboxing. Yep. Top sheet, good protection. A lot of cards, look at that, a lot of content. Looking good. All right, here's some front end here. Oops. Looking good on the miniatures. Yep, I cannot identify all these guys for you offhand, but we're going to do so on the unit review. Fantastic. I love this. This is a great piece. Even though the pose is a little sedate, there's a lot going on here. The focus is on the driver, but if you look, there's also a corpse. Obviously, their version of Charon, I'm going to guess. You see, Charon could have been something like this, but then there'd be repetition. Anyway, looking forward to that. Another nice miniature. Don't know who he is, but we will figure it out. A little sedate on the posing. Again, another character. Looking great with the detail. Love the mace. Love that he's carrying a kind of a dead guy. But the pose, again, just standing there. Not a lot going on with the pose department. Again, another straight stander, very undead looking. That should be fun to paint. Just smooth canvas there. Really do whatever you want. That's really going to test your painting skills right there. I love that. And then we've got a bunch of the canines. Essentially mummy dogs, I want to say. And it's another troop. Cultists of some sort, shall we say. And a hero. All right. Reminiscence. We'll get down to names and powers in the unit review. As far as unboxing and miniatures and content, it's really been awesome. Really been awesome. Most impressed. So, another awesome unboxing, and I'm loving the product. Mythic Battles Isfet, the Duat expansion. Awesome content. Looking great. Good job, Monolith. And that brings us now to the storage box. Oh boy, we got 2 mat boards to look at. A lot of mat boards. All right. We're loving our new mat boards. Oh my God, we've got so much content for this game now. So much content for this game. Oh my God, look at that. The Niles turned red. Whew. Pretty cool. I do not know the names of the maps. We can cover that in the unit review. Oh, look at this. That is a nice map board. Really, really loving this. Ah, like a built-up area with an escarpment. That's ruins. A lot of ruins. Oh. Great job, Mom. This is a great map. I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be fun. Fun content right there. The maps really help make this game what it is. All right. Oh, look at the color and the saturation and just how vivid these colors are. Oh boy, look at this. Wicked cool arena throne room type place with bridges and fire. Excellent. Really good. Okay, here's the next side. Ooh. Right in front of an obelisk. Sort of on the grounds leading up to the pyramids. Fantastic. Love the bird shadows detail. Love the shadows detail. Excellent. Good job with the map boards. Right on, Monolith. Excellent job with map boards. All right. Now, content. Yes, dashboards. We're going to go through all the dashboards in the unit review. Doing it now, I think, would just be out of place. Let's just focus on the content and the miniatures. Larger sized Titans have bigger dashboards. You have to account for that in your storage. All right. Of course, we've got the clips, the sliding clips that go on the dashboards. Dice, looking good. Reasonably vivid. Gold on green. It could have been a darker green for more contrast, but I think those will be easy enough to read just with good lighting. Assortment of tokens. These are all just sort of generic faction type tokens. Some have the characters' art on there, so that might be specific to their powers. Yeah, certainly the tokens with pictures are specific to unit powers. And, oh, some palm trees. Oh, that's nice. Oh, nice palm trees, you guys. You can use these for a lot of different games. There's a lot of utility and very practical. Good solid terrain bits. Marble columns? Not marble columns. These are bits for ruins. And finally, a lot of cards. And of course, we have the French version of the cards as well. Loving the new Art of War card art. That's cool, like that. Of course, all the cards have their French versions as well. They separate out the gods for activations. They separate out the titans. All right. So there you have it. Thanks so much for joining me on this epic unboxing of Mythic Battles Isfet, the latest installment of the incredible game series Mythic Battles. I love it so much. The dashboards make it so fun. The dicing system is awesome. If you haven't tried it yet, it's really a blast. There's an awesome module that we have on TableTop Simulator, tons of units, and for Isfet, as I mentioned in the video, we're going to be doing a unit-by-unit review of their stats and powers and strategies. I played hundreds of battles on Tabletop Simulator, have lots of experience with Mythic Battles. It's my favorite game, and thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.